नमस्कार दोस्तों. Today is 8th May 2022. Welcome to my channel Trade Plan Nifty. This channel is my journey in stock market where the basic trade strategy is to follow my trade setup, be a disciplined trader and achieve a sustainable growth with a very high focus on capital management. Lalaji is at very crucial stage. Uh, Lots of people are thinking that market may have a bounce back from these levels. But before we get into detail of all that, let's try to understand what's happening in global market. So when we look into S&P 500 on weekly basis, we see that on weekly chart, S&P 500 is below all the critical moving average and it's almost continuing its downtrend from last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 week. And as of now, there is no sign of reversal. On daily chart, we see that S&P 500 has closed below all the moving average and now almost has touched the bottom of this particular consolidation and has shown some amount of resistance. So a 4123 can become a big support. We need to see. But as of now, S&P 500 is definitely in downtrend. US government 10 bond yield on weekly chart as well as on daily chart is in super trend and is going up with no sign of reversal. Dollar index, same story. We see on weekly chart super trend parallel to 8 bar moving average. On daily chart, almost at the top of consolidation, showing some sign of weakness, but cannot be defined as any reversal pattern. Now only the next candle which will form here will confirm in which direction US dollar index is going. So this is one of the engage reversal setup which I have discussed in my educational playlist. So if you have not checked that, do have a look into it. But as of now, US government 10 bond yield is looking very strong. So global markets are definitely not showing any good signal other than S&P 500, which is at this point it's showing at the bottom of consolidation, but still looking very weak. So one more candle will define the next move. Now, when we look into our local indicators, what we find is let's have a look into HDFC Bank first. So when we look into HDFC Bank, we see that HDFC Bank is looking very weak. On weekly chart, it has closed below 20 and 80 and 200 bar moving average now is at 1254. So the next support for HDFC Bank is at 1254. And right now on weekly as well as on daily chart, it is below all the required moving average. So looking very weak with no sign of reversal. Bank Nifty on other side on weekly chart is below all the critical moving averages, so this is also looking very weak. And on daily chart we see that it has shown some degree of doji. So this is a doji which is formed here. So now the next candle will define in which direction the bank nifty is going. So Monday will be a critical day again, but we can say that at this point of time it is below all the critical moving average and looking very weak. Now Reliance on weekly chart has closed below 8 bar moving average, and now the next support for Reliance is at 2489, but still in uptrend. And on daily chart it has closed below 8 and 20, so this is definitely not looking very good. Now the next support is at 2547 and 200 bar moving average which is at 2430. So no sign of reversal either on Reliance or on HDFC Bank. Bank Nifty is showing some kind of doji. It has formed doji. So the next candle has to define where it is going. So Monday is going to be a very tricky day. Mainly because if you see, Monday is also or could be a trend day because CPR with is very less. It's coming around to 0.8. So Monday it's gonna be it could be a trend day. So I'm anticipating that Monday will be a trend day. Now, if you look into CPR, definitely Monday CPR is below uh, Friday's CPR. So that also confirms that the trend is down. But on weekly chart, let's have a look. So on weekly chart, when we see that let's have below all the moving average, so definitely looking weak. And on daily chart, it is from a doji again, just like a bank nifty. And for the coming week now, the critical support for nifty is at 16337. If 16337 is gone, then the next support will come at 16190, and very good support will come at 15975, which is a combination of yearly L3 and weekly L4. So 15,975 is a very good support. But before that, we may see a small support at 16,190 and a very good support at 16,337, which is my blue magical line. And on top side, we see that the market will have a now resistance at 16,400, and then 16,520, which is a yearly pivot, and a very good resistance at 16,630. When we look into 15-minute chart, we see that Lalaji has closed above 8 and above 20. So here it is showing some sign of reversal. So here the market is in uptrend. And now for Monday, SGX is at 16,360 as of now, which is below the pivot of 16,413. So Monday, I have a two trade plan with the basic understanding that market is not gonna turn bullish before it close above 16,630 and 16,670. So 16,630 and 16,670 is a very strong resistance zone, and any rise towards this should be technically sold with a stop loss just above 16,670. Uh, with that in mind, the idea is for Monday, sell on rise for with a stop loss of 16,486. If 16,486 is broken, because if you see on super tail indicator also, the super tail indicator is currently running at 16,468. So 16,470 is the sell on rise. If 16,470 is broken, then one can enter breakout trade for a target of 16,630. So the idea for Monday is sell on rise with a stop loss at 16,470. If 16,470 is broken, then enter with a target of 16,630 on buy side. And then at 16,630, one can also short it if you can find a reversal candle to take another deep move as a swing trade. I hope these discussions are adding value to your trade setup and trading areas. Stay healthy. Jai Hind.